Hi guys, welcome back to today's workout recap. So today we're in the driveway, and as you can see by the title, driveway drills. Basically we're going to do body weight, primarily zoom movements, and we're going to use the length of the driveway to complete our lap portions, whilst up here the static portions, or just the individual push-up variations, etc. will be done up here. I'm just going to go through what each of the movements are, and then we'll just draw the outline for you what the routine is. So first one is what we call a tail whip. So think these are my front feet, and like an alligator, my back feet are together and they are my tail. I'm basically moving forward, and I'm going to jump my feet side to side to whip my tail. So from here, step back here, I come forward, I'm in a push-up position, I go 1, step forward, 2. So when I do it, 1, 2. Okay, you can also go backwards and do reverse tail whips, but in this case we're going to keep each tail whip in a forward direction. The second movement you're going to do is a snake. That is basically a push-up, a low hold and shuffle forward, and then come back up. Typically we do this with our feet close together. However, if you want to, you can put your feet slightly wide apart. Oh, I missed, yes, I sweat. And let me show what that is. Oh, wait. Move. Okay, so snakes from here, come forward, go down, push forward with my toes, back, up, down, push forward, back, up, and that is our snakes. The third movement that we're going to do is a crab walk. So you're going to start seated. Okay, feet are in front. You're going to turn these hands to the back, and you're going to bridge your butt up. You just need to lift your butt up off the floor. So here, you see we're going to move in forward direction. Little steps is fine. Once we complete the lap, we're then going to go in the back direction. We're going to drive with my heels. And again, coming backwards, I take a lot more through the shoulder and the triceps, whereas going forward, I can keep my feet pulled back, have my heels there, and I can almost pull myself forward with my hamstring, okay, to drive me forward. So that is the third movement, that is the crab walk. The fourth movement, a variation of push-up again, what we call a chameleon. Basically, if you think about the chameleon, it sits here, it's going to spit its tongue out and in to get its prey. But in our case, we're not Gene Simmons, therefore we're going to move our body forward and backward and take a lot, again, through the shoulders and through the triceps, starting in a high position and driving out. So what it looks like. Start with my feet wide, my hands out here, almost downward dog. Here, drive forward, push back, drive forward, push back. Okay. Now if you find that too hard to do, I simply want you to stay maybe not so far down, but go forward and backward, bringing the head past the shoulders and obviously past the shoulders, but obviously past the hands and moving through. So I'm like, almost like the door hinge. Imagine the way your door hinge works. So I'm here, come forward and back, I'm backwards and forwards. The final movement I'm going to do is frogs, just simply to hit the legs a little bit differently, because we'll be using them a fair bit in the crab walk and in the tail whip. So our frogs, simply coming into our frog squat, find your position, sitting down, elbows in, that's the base of the squat. Okay, gonna come up, gonna come down. So whatever your range is this, that's fine. If you can come to full lockout up here, that's also fine. But again, find your range, but keep your heels on the floor and your elbows inside. Now how does the drill work? Well, one round consists of all of those together. So I will go, in this case I've got about 12 to 15 meters here in the driveway. I'm going to tail whip forward, waiting for the truck to go. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to tail whip back up. So up and back 30 meters or 2 laps of whatever you've got as a space available, and that's the first thing. I'm then going to go my snakes. I'm going to go 10, down, up, down, up to get my 10. I'm then going to complete the laps again using my crab walk. Crab walk forward 1 lap, crab walk backwards the second part of that lap. I'm then going to come into my chameleons, and I'm also going to hit them for 10. So I'm coming down in this movement, or as I said, you're hinging over and back. You're hinging over and back. You're then going to go back and repeat the tail whip again, and come back, and then you're going to complete your frogs. This time your frogs are going to be 20. They're a little bit easier to do than the other push-up variations. And then finally, you're going to go into a crab walk forward and a crab walk back for 30 meters, 2 laps of 15 again, and that will complete a round. Now your round should take you 8, 10, maybe 12 minutes, depending upon what your ability is. But it doesn't make a difference how long it is, just try to complete it. You've got 30 minutes, and therefore, roughly on that average, we're going to try and complete 3 rounds, and that is doable. If it takes you longer, it takes you longer. Just go a bit slower, maybe shorten the laps, maybe go 6 meters forward, 6 meters back, instead of a full 15 or something. But whatever you've got the space, just make sure that you are moving. Now, first round, again, snakes 10, chameleons 10, frogs 20. Second round, snakes 15, chameleons 15, okay? Double the frogs, okay? We went from 10 to 20, 15 becomes 30. We then go back down, snakes will become 20. We're going up by 5s, chameleons will be 20, therefore frogs are going to be 40. They are easy to do. If you're starting to struggle at this stage, then get out a set of 10, stand up, shake the legs, get out a set of 10 and go from there. Ideally, you do these things unbroken. So if you have to pause at the bottom of the squat. Don't pause at the top, it's actually going to make it worse. Pause at the bottom of the squat. At the bottom, get into a passive squat hold. Get another 3 or 4, hold at the bottom. Don't stand at the top and rest. It actually makes it worse when you go to start again. Hold at the bottom. So again, round 1, 10, 10, 20. Round 2, 15, 15, 30. Round 3, 20, 20, 40. You will always do an up and back for a tail whip, but always do an up and back for a for the crab walk. Now, you can do a finisher lap where you simply take one of everything. 1 lap forward, tail whip, 10 snakes, 1 lap back, crab walk, 10 chameleons, 1 lap forward, tail whip, 10 frogs, 1 lap back, crab walk, and we are done. That is it. That is a short and sharp. That's a little finisher, a lot harder. You're just under the go the whole time. The whole idea is not to break and rest. Now, is there variations of these? Yes, you can simply scale them. Your snakes do normal push-ups or come halfway down. Your chameleons, as we said before, you can do the hinge type variation of them as well too, where you're not bringing your face so far to the floor. And frogs, then frogs are frogs. Everyone should be able to do them. If you struggle with these, then simply do air squats and go from there. But again, don't rest at the top, you rest at the bottom. The crab walk was probably the thing that will give most people the grief. If you really have to change it into a bear crawl, there, that way you are still using both your arms and both your legs to drive forward and backward. Tail whip, we're going to keep that one the same. That's it. Please like, please subscribe, please develop it.